So just getting yourself nice and settled in the chair. Perhaps have your hands into the lap with your palms facing the ceiling, so softening the shoulders. Making sure the base of the spine is in the back of the chair. And then just allow the upper back to rest back on the top of the chair, giving you a little bit of support. Take a breath in, and on the out breath, just allow the shoulders to relax. Feel them soften and feel them lower into the back of the chair. Take another breath in and out, and then just take the focus to the hips and the pelvis, and allow the hips and the pelvis to relax at the base of the seat. Start to feel the arms heavy into the lap. And then on the next in and out breath, I want you to take your focus to the mind and wrap and package up any disorganized, negative, or busy thoughts that might not serve you for the next hour in an imaginary parcel. And on the next out breath, send them out into the air. Take one more breath in, and on the out breath, just give yourself a little sigh. And then slowly take the chin to the chest and lower the head. Feeling the back of the neck stretching. Create a no action, so just taking the head from side to side, creating a half circle on the chest. Easily moving the neck from the right and to the left. And with every sweep, just taking it a little bit further, easing out the neck. And then bring the chest back, the chin back to the center of the chest, and then lift the head up, blinking the eyes open if they're not open already. Let's lower our right ear to our right shoulder and just allow the left side of the neck to stretch. Again, if you want to take it just a gentle tilt, that's fine. And again, you can extend that tilt a little further if you fancy a deeper stretch. If that's fine, that's all right. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can take your left hand down beside your beside the left side and just bring it up slightly into a diagonal, and we'll feel a deeper stretch down the neck. Bring the hand back into the lap and gently lift the head back up to a neutral position. Let's do that on the other side. So tipping the left ear to the left shoulder, taking a moment just to ease that out. Slow, steady, smooth movements is the way forward. And then take the right hand beside you and just gently lifting it up a little bit so that we can feel that extra stretch. And then bringing the hand back into the lap and then taking the head upwards. Let's take our gaze over towards the right, so turning the head. We'll do this a few times, so if you have got a little bit of stiffness in the neck or just generally start off not so, taking the gaze so far around and increase the rotation of the neck with each turn of the head. So just easing out any of the stiffness there. And then bringing the head back to a neutral position. And then with your chin, we're going to do a figure of 8 motion. So we're just going to warm up the base of the spine and the top of the neck, the skull. So just gently with the chin, create a figure of 8. And you might feel a few clunks and clicks and cracks in the base of the skull. So the axle joint where the skull sits on top of the spine. And then going the other way, so moving the head in the opposite direction, figure of 8. And then bring that head back to stillness. Bring your hands onto your thighs, palms facing down. And then we'll just come and sit up nice and straight and tall, just straightening the spine. So trying to lengthen the spine, find the 2 sit bones, and then you're gently going to push those 2 sit bones into the chair, which then makes you lift up at the front. It engages the muscles either side of the spinal column. And we're trying to lengthen the spine, and then the neck and the head sits on top and reflects the length of the spine. You're aiming to push an imaginary golden thread out the top of the head. So really trying to lengthen the spine. Now, draw that belly button in. So you're trying to draw the belly button in towards the back of the spine, engaging the core muscles, and you'll have a corset of muscles all around you that are supporting your spine. So try and draw those in, lengthening the waist. And we're going to have a breathe in, and we're going to take our gaze up towards the ceiling as well as our chest. So very gentle to start with. So breathing in, lifting the chest, lifting the gaze, having a little arch. And then breathe out and bring your head back to a neutral position. Just removing my glasses. Let's do this into cat position. So I'm just gently going to tuck my pelvis under, make a curve with my spine, and my shoulders just have a little round. So not a deep one, but just a baby cat. So just enough to kind of go, oh yes, I'm curving my upper back today, rounding my shoulders. Gentle round, and my head reflects my spine. So my gaze is slightly forward. Let's do a cow position again. So tilt the pelvis forward this time. Have a smaller arch in the back. Take the elbows back into the back of the chair, and the gaze and the chest go upwards. Again, only do as much as you feel. And then we'll come into cat, tucking the pelvis under, drawing the hands down the thighs, and then rounding the spine, creating a curve in the front of you. Inhale, a little bit deeper cow this time. So perhaps taking that arch a little bit more, the chest to the ceiling. Opening the shoulders perhaps this time. Final time into cat, tucking the pelvis under, rounding the spine, taking the arms forward. And then coming back to our neutral chair mountain pose, and just having a little think about how that feels. Let's do some shoulder circles. So we're going to do some small circles with the shoulders, going one way, easing out some stiffness. I can hear some clunking myself. Warming up. And then some shoulder circles the other way. So reversing that. So whichever way you haven't done. And then bring that to stillness. This time, breathe in and lift the shoulders by your ears. Breathe in, nice big in breath with the shoulders by the ears. Breathe out and then lower the shoulders down the spine and down the back. Now depress the shoulders into the back. So activate the shoulder blades and draw those shoulders down into the spine, feeling the side muscles work as well. Once more, breathe in, lifting the shoulders up to the ears. Breathe out and then lowering the shoulders down into the back. Feeling a nice straight spine. And then lower down. Well done. Let's bring our arms out and then turn our palms facing the ceiling. So my arms are long and my palms are facing the ceiling. I'm just going to take my hands to my shoulders a little bit and just warm up those elbows. Have a little stretch in front of me. And then leave your hands at the shoulders and open the elbows out. We're just going to take, so that my elbows are now at the side of me, we'll take some circles. So rotating the elbows again, we can start off quite small. It might be quite low if you've got some issues. if you're feeling it fine, again, take the shoulder circles a little bit wider. So you can modify the exercise to suit how you're feeling today. And let's reverse that. So taking the shoulders, the elbows the other way. And then bring your elbows out to the side and draw your elbows back to the back wall. So open the chest out. So you're drawing your elbows behind you and just open the chest. And then draw the elbows in front of you and try and get your elbows to meet. Lovely. And then once more, open the chest. So draw those elbows behind you, opening the chest out, and then bring those elbows out in the front. And then release the hands down and give those arms a little bit of a shake. We'll do a little bit of arm flows now. So let's have our arms beside our side. I'm sitting in chair mountain pose. So I'm trying to sit nice and straight and tall, engaging those cores. I'm going to lift my arms with my in-breath all the way up to the ceiling. And my hands meet in prayer position. I'm going to exhale and my hands come back to heart center. Push those heels of the hands together and see if you can open the wrists and warm those wrists up. So lifting the elbows up, but pushing the heels of the hands together for a wrist stretch. Interlace the fingers and push the backs of the hands away from you. So we're stretching the arms and stretching between the shoulder blades. So the back of my hands is facing outwards. Inhale, lift the hands up. Exhale, float the hands down and release. Well done. Let's do that once more. Inhale, lifting the hands all the way up to the sky. Hands meet in prayer. Exhale, hands to heart center. Push the heels of the hands together. Interlace the fingers. This time take the palms outwards. So my palms are facing out. Push my hands away from my chest, stretching the fingers. Inhale, lift the hands up towards the sky, opening the chest out, stretching the upper back. And then float the hands down and release. Lovely. We're going to have a little stretch of the side now. So lift the right arm up towards the sky. Take a hold of the left side of the chair if you need support. Exhale and have a little stretch over to the side. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale and lower. Left side, inhale, lifting up towards the sky. Exhale, stretch and reach over towards the right hand side. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale and lower. This time both hands up to the sky. Inhale, stretch and reach over towards the right. Draw your belly button in to hold you, shoulders down the spine. So draw those shoulders down, not to have your ears beside your shoulders beside your ears. Lift up, inhale, exhale onto the other side. Draw that belly button in. Wake up the core, inhale, and then exhale and all the way down. And give those arms a little bit of a shake. We'll come to a twist now. So we'll do a little flowing twist. So I'm going to take my right hand onto my left knee, my left hand behind me. And I'm just going to do a very gentle twist to start with. So I'm not going to take, my gaze is really only towards the left hand side. And then over towards the right. So a gentle twist with your left hand on your right knee, your right hand behind you. But just take your gaze over towards the left, but not behind you. So just a gentle. Now we'll repeat that. And my arms are going to windmill one side. And take my gaze a little bit further. And repeat over towards the right. So a little bit smoother action. A little bit further. Keep a nice flowing action. So windmilling the arms around. A little bit further. Windmill the arms around. A little bit further. And then windmill once more. This is our last time right and left and right. And then finally all the way over to the other side, perhaps taking the gaze behind you each time that you do. Very nice. Oh, so we've done a little stretch, lateral side stretch. We've done a twist. So we're going to do a forward fold now. So I'm going to walk my hands. I'm sitting up nice and straight and tall, and I'm just going to walk my hands down my legs and allowing my chest to rest on my thighs. And my hands can either come to my knees if I need some support, or they can come to my shins, my ankles, or if I could get all the way to the floor, then the floor if you feel comfortable enough. And we're going to take 2 breaths here, just allowing ourselves to feel the stretch down the spine. Try and relax your head. So we're breathing in and out, in, and then walking our hands back up our legs on the out breath and coming back up to a seated position. And just taking a little moment to get our balance and breath and relieve the dizziness because we've had our heads down. So we're going to do our little salute to the sun today because the sun's out, which is brilliant. So I'll go through it really slowly, and then we'll do it 2 times with a little bit more flow. So our arms start beside ourselves. We breathe in. They come into high mountain. Hands meet above us. Exhale, our hands come to heart center. We inhale, hands come all the way up to the sky. And then exhale, like cactus, our hands beside us. So our hands come beside our ears and our elbows are at 90 degrees. We breathe in, lift our chest up slightly. Exhale, we walk our hands down our thighs into forward fold. We release our right hand up to the sky, so we're opening our right hand and having a twist. Exhale and lower. Inhale, the left hand comes up, a bit like a lunge. Exhale and lower. And then we inhale all our hands back up towards our thighs, coming back up to a seated position, and our hands come to our chest. We come into downward dog, so breathe in, and on the out breath, push the hands away into cobra. So we're pushing the hands away. Inhale, hands come back up towards us, and then exhale and lower. Lovely. So that's our little round, and we'll do this with a little bit more flow. So I'll try and pick it up the pace a bit. So inhale, hands come up towards the sky, meeting in prayer. Exhale, hands to the chest. Inhale, lifting the hands all the way up, and exhale into cactus position beside your ears. Lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to the thighs and into forward fold, walking your hands all the way down. Inhale, the right hand lifts up for a twist to the ceiling. Exhale and lower. Inhale, the left hand lifts up towards the ceiling. And exhale and lower. Inhale, walk our hands up our thighs. And hands come to the chest. Inhale. And on the next exhale, push the hands away, downward dog. Inhale, hands come to the chest. And exhale and lower. Last time, all the way through. I'll do it a bit quicker. Inhale, hands to the ceiling, into prayer. Exhale and lower. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands towards the ears in a cactus position. Little high arch, inhale, gaze and chest to the ceiling. Exhale, hands come to the thighs and we walk our hands down. Inhale, right hand comes up to the ceiling. Exhale and twisting lower. Inhale, left hand comes up to the ceiling for a twist. Exhale and lower. Inhale, walk your hands up to the thighs, and bring your hands to the chest. Inhale, and on the exhale, push the hands away for a downward dog. Inhale, and lower. Well done, guys. Fantastic work, and I'm feeling a little bit smoother there. So we're going to work on our hands today. So I'm going to just come a little bit further forward. So in fact, I'll come a little bit further forward with my chair. so that actually you can see my hands working today. I hope I'm in the camera today as well. So we're just going to take our hands. So let's just play the piano to start. And then squeeze those hands nice and tight. And then open the hands really wide. And squeeze. And open. And then let's do a little sunburst, starburst. So I'm going to squeeze and open. And just get those fingers working today. And then shake the hands. My palms are facing down, and I'm just going to swipe the table right and left, warming up the wrists. And then I'm going to take my arms long, and my hands are going to push through the heel of the hands, and the fingers are going to go up towards the ceiling. Take my fingers down, feel that wrist stretch. Again, up towards the ceiling. And down. And then just rotate the hands at the wrists one way and the other way. Lovely. Let's take just the one hand out, and my palm is facing the ceiling. I'm going to point my fingers down towards the floor. I'm going to take my left fingers and just gently pull that right finger back for a stretch for the fingers. And then the fourth finger, and then the middle finger, and then the first finger, and then finally the thumb. And then release. Let's do that on the other side. So we're taking the left hand out, fingers pointing down, and then take the right hand and pull the little finger back. Nice stretch. And then the ring finger, middle finger, I think that was a crack on my fingers, and the first one. Finally, the thumb. And then give the hands a little bit of a shake and feel that. So we're going to take both hands into a wrist, and we're going to fan our fingers open. So I'm going to open my thumb first, open my first finger, my middle finger, my fourth finger, and then finally my fifth finger. And then go back the way I came, so I'm going to fan them back into a fist. Slowly bringing the fingers in one time at a time. Let's do that again, opening. And then closing. Lovely. And then let's do our finger exercises. So I'm going to take a nice circle between my first finger and thumb. And then I'm going to create a nice circle with my middle finger, sending those messages. And then the fourth finger. And then the fifth finger. And then let's repeat that. Back down the way we came, fourth and middle, first, and then open the hand out nice and wide. Let's try that again. First, middle, fourth, fifth, fourth, middle, first, and then open. Lovely. Let's do that on the left side, and then we'll do it quite quick with both hands. So creating a nice big circle with our first and thumb and first finger, and then the middle finger, the fourth finger, and then finally the fifth. Back to the fourth, middle, first, and then open nice and wide. First, middle, fourth, fifth, fourth, middle, first, and open. Let's do this all together now. So quite quick, I'm going to go quite speedily to get those little brains in going. First, middle, fourth, fifth, fourth, middle, first, open. First, middle, fourth, fifth, fourth, middle, first, open. First, middle, fourth, fifth, fourth, middle, first, open, first, middle, fourth, fifth, fourth, middle, first and open. And then give those fingers a little shake. Well done. I couldn't quite see for everybody, but it looked quite good. So well done if you did. So let's work on those fingers again. So I'm bringing my hands upright and my palms are facing me, and I'm just going to bend my knuckles. So I'm bending my hands at my knuckles and I'm pointing my fingers together. So I'm just warming those knuckles up. Yeah, really try and have that 90-degree angle with those fingers, and then lift the fingers up again. Let's do that once more. So pointing the fingers down, feeling the knuckles stretch, and then lifting the fingers up. And then this time squishing bending the fingers so that the soft part of the fingers is on the soft part of the base of the fingers. And remember to do your thumb too. So squishing that down, feeling a stretch in those fingers. And then opening them up, creaking them open, and then let's creak them back again. So let's put them down. And then release. And then give the hands a little bit of a shake. So we should be feeling nice and warm there. I'm going to take my chair back a bit. So let's work on our legs now. So we're going to just warm up our legs. So the last week we did some work on the quads, which I thought was quite good for those. So I'm going to just use if you want to make it easier, sit back in the chair and have your hands on the side of the chair. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, bring yourself a little bit further forward. So you've got options depending on how you're feeling today. So I'm going to find a little center point, and I'm going to lift my right foot up towards the sky. And I'm just going to hover that there. So I'm just holding my leg up, and what I'm doing is activating my quad. And just by holding that leg up there, the weight of the foot and the weight of the leg works the muscle. So we'll just hold that there. Now, again, if you're sitting back into the chair, we're not activating the core muscles. So try and lift yourself up out of the chair and draw that corset of muscles in and around you. And you'll find that you're working this leg muscle a little bit harder. And keep breathing. And then we're going to do a flex and point. So I'm going to point my foot forward, keeping my leg up as much as possible. And then I'm going to flex my foot towards the ceiling and really send the energy down the back of the leg and through the heel. Point the foot and then flex. Keeping that leg up as much as possible. Point and flex one last time. Point and flex. Now circle the foot at the ankle, keeping that leg up if you can. And then circle it the other way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just gently lift the foot and the leg up from the chair. So we're going to activate this muscle a little bit further. If you need to hold on to the sides, that's fine. So we're just going to lift the foot up. That's it. And then lower down. Once more, lifting the leg, activating that muscle, and lower down. Release the foot and give that muscle a little bit of a wiggle. And then we'll have a little stretch of that. So take your hands underneath your thigh or across the front of the knee, and we'll just lift that up and draw that knee in towards you. Or if you're holding underneath here, that's absolutely fine. So we're just trying to draw that knee up and having a stretch. And then lowering the knee back down again. Well done. This time, we're still working on this leg. We're going to lift the knee up and then place it to the side. So I'm lifting the knee up, opening, and then placing it to the side. So I'm just warming up the hip as well. Lift the knee up and then close. Once more, lifting the knee up and place it to the side. And then lift the knee up and close. Last time, lift the knee up and open. And then lift the knee up and close. Well done. Now let's do that all on the other leg, and just have a little moment to think, how does that leg feel into this one? Because I can definitely feel a stretch down this back of the leg and not this one. So just acknowledge how your body is feeling during the course of today's the exercises. So let's lift the left leg up, stretching the foot and stretching the back of the neck And again, trying to lift up out of the waist, so trying not to sink back in the chair. If you are supported with a chair, just feel a little bit taller. And then we'll point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Lovely. And then circle the foot at the ankle one way, and then circling the foot at the ankle the other way. Lovely. And then hold. Have an extra stretch, so really try and draw those toes back towards your shins, feeling the back of the leg have an extra stretch, and then we'll lift the leg up twice. So gently lift the foot and then lower, and then lift the foot and then lower, and then place that leg down and give the leg a little bit of a wiggle. We've been working that thigh. Let's draw that knee up in towards us, so taking underneath the thigh or in front of the knee, just bringing that knee up towards you and drawing that leg in. And it might be that you just have it there today, and that's fine. So just having a little squeeze. And then allowing the leg to lower. Let's do our hip openers. So lifting the leg up at the knee and opening it out and lower. Lift the leg up at the knee and lower, and up and lower, and up and lower. Last time, up and lower. Coming in. Good. And then we're going to come up to the front of the chair and just have a little bit of a hip opener. So open both of those knees. I'm sitting quite far forward. My knees are open, and just give those little hips a bit of a swing, really. Just allow the knees to move from side to side, easing out anything that you might be feeling. You know your own body, so just try and rock from side to side or in and out. And then we'll open them a little bit wider so that the toes are pointing out, heels are pointing in. And we'll do our little shoulder dip so that we kind of have a little stretch of that inner thigh. So for the first time, I'm going to take my right hand and it's going to be on my right knee. I'm going to dip this right shoulder down whilst taking my gaze over my left shoulder. So dipping the shoulder down, taking the gaze over the left and having a stretch of the right shoulder and right hip. And you can just gently open that right hip as you're dipping down. And then coming back up again, and we'll do the left side. So taking the left hand on the left knee, opening the left knee slightly, and then dip the left shoulder down and take your gaze over the right hand side. And then coming back up again. Lovely. Let's bring that, we're going to do a little bit of we've been doing extended side angle and warrior pose. So let's do that today before standing. So I'm going to take my right leg out. My left leg is at a 90-degree angle. So left toes are pointing forward, right toes are pointing to the side. And make sure that I've got my heel underneath my knee so that I've got a nice strong position. And I'm settled on the corner of the chair. So we'll come into extended side angle pose. So options are, this is level 1 with both knees bent. I'm going to take my right arm and I'm going to place my right forearm on my thigh. Level 2 is where I extend my left leg and it's out and long. And that's my stance for this, if I want to do that. And then we take our arm either to our left arm, either to our hip, at shoulder level, up to the ceiling, or the full pose would be arm beside the ear. So you can choose how you'd like to be today. So we'll have a little stretch. And in this position, what we're trying to do is open the chest and take our gaze out in front. So rather than dropping our gaze, we're trying to open the chest. And if you're finding that's nice and easy, what we can do is take our gaze up to the ceiling, which just assists about opening that top shoulder out. And again, if you've just got your arm on your hip, you can still do that as well. So lowering that arm down. So keeping that leg in that position, we're going to come into warrior 2. So I'm going to bring my arms down by my side. I'm breathing in. They come towards shoulder level. I take my gaze over my right middle finger and I'm drawing my shoulders down into my back. Really try and open the chest and arms are in line. So we've got a nice connection between the right hand and the left fingers. A nice strong line. Keep breathing, lifting up at the front. And then lowering the hands down and giving the shoulders a bit of a shake. So we're going to come into reverse warrior now. So my left hand is going to be on my thigh. My right hand is out, palm facing the ceiling. And I'm going to breathe in, and on my out breath, I'm going to lift that palm all the way up to the ceiling and slide my left hand down my thigh. So I've got a reverse warrior. Now, if you can't take that right hand up towards the ceiling, you can always just have that onto the shoulder, but we're lifting our chest up towards the ceiling. That's it. Breathe in, bring your body upright and lower it down. Lovely. And if your leg is out, let's bring that leg back in again. Swing that leg around. We're going to do that on the other side. So take the left leg out over to the side. And we will do our extended side angle pose. So making sure that our heels underneath our knees and we're all kind of walking in a line. We're on the corner of the chair. So I'm going to bend my left arm, place it into my thigh, and then my right arm can either come towards my hip, shoulder, ceiling, all the way over the top, or variations of. And again, if you want to extend that right leg out, you can, sorry. And we're really trying to open the upper chest. Feeling the connection between the right fingers and the right toes. Inhale, bring the hand upright. Exhale and lower. Coming into warrior two, both arms are out. Inhale, hands come to shoulder level, or arms come to shoulder level. Draw your shoulders down into the back. Take the gaze over the middle finger of the left hand. We're opening the shoulders out, making a good alignment. Keep breathing. It's quite a strong pose. Breathe in, and on the out breath, lowering the hands down. Let's take the right hand onto the thigh. The left hand is pointing to the ceiling. Inhale. And on the exhale, we're sliding the right hand down the right leg or the right knee, lifting the left hand up as high as we can into a reverse warrior. Inhale, bringing your body upright. Exhale and lower. And then let's bring that leg in and bring the other leg back in to meet. So, we're going to do, I did say we're going to come up to balancing, but I'm going to kind of leave that out today and we'll do that on Friday. But we're going to have a little bit of a stretch and we're going to have a longer, little bit of relaxation for everybody because I'm sensing everybody wants a bit more kind of relaxation today. So we can have more of a longer guided relaxation than standing up to balance. And then on Friday, we can do a little bit more leg work for those that want to. So let's finish with our balances before coming into a bit of a relaxation. So I'm going to take my right leg out and stick it heel into the ground. I'm slightly forward of the chair so that I can bend forward, lengthen out of the spine, and I'm going to dip my chest towards my thigh, lengthening my spine, trying not to round it, but coming forward to feel that stretch down the back of the leg. And again, we can use our breath to release and relax. So as we breathe in, the out breath enables us just to feel that relaxation and see if we can get a deeper, longer stretch. On the next in breath, bringing the body up. And then bring that leg in and we'll do the out breath with the left leg in front. Inhale. Lift the spine, be nice and long. Exhale, lengthening that chest towards the thigh. And again, using the breath to release some of the tension and then perhaps the lower back or the back of the leg. Inhale, lift the body up. Exhale, draw that leg back in to meet. And let's do a little bit of a shoulder stretch. So let's take our right arm to our right shoulder, lifting the elbow up towards the ceiling. That's level 1. If we can take the hand in between the shoulder blades, that's level 2. And then we can either take our hand over the top, reaching for the elbow and drawing that elbow back, or we can take the hand behind and reach cow face pose, which is this, depending how we're doing. So you choose which one you want to be. And then we're opening the chest out. So we're having a stretch of the tricep and opening the chest. If that's too much, you can just have your hand here for now or up here. Release the hands and give those shoulders a little bit of a shake. Let's take the left hand to the left shoulder. Lift the left elbow up towards the sky. So that's level 1. Level 2, take your hand up and over and draw that elbow back even further. And level 3, take the hand behind you into cow face pose, reaching for those fingers and opening out. So choosing something that you can do today and how you want to be challenged. And then release the fingers. And then you'll be glad to know we're going to sit back and have a little bit of a longer relaxation. So get yourself settled, find a jumper if you need one, sitting back into the chair. If you need to, get yourself a nice comfy blanket, and I'll get my little relaxation book. My glasses are steaming. So just finding yourself being settled into the in the chair. Some of you might have blocks which you can place your feet in just to get yourself into a equidistant, equal pose. Sometimes I like my block. Gives me a little bit of it allows me to relax my hips a little bit. And again, you might have a blanket or a jumper. And then just allowing yourself to relax. And you might want to sit back into the chair. You might want to get some comfort. Allow the hands to relax and release into the lap. And so as you're breathing in and out, just feel the shoulders soften. As the shoulders soften, feel the arms heavy and the hands heavy in the lap. And again, taking the focus to the hips and just allowing the hips to soften back into the chair. We're just allowing ourselves to be prepared and ready for a little bit more relaxation. So as we start this short meditation or relaxation practice, we're going to start by breathing in through the nose. And I'd like you to sigh out through the mouth a few times. Breathing in through the nose and sigh. One last time. Breathe in through the nose and sigh. And then as you start, without controlling anything, simply notice your breathing. feel yourself breathe into your face. Take a breath. Allow the breath to fill the face, the entire head. Breathe out and relax. Again, notice your breathing and allow the breath to fill the arms, the chest, the upper back. Breathe out and feel the arms, chest and back relax. Breathe into the back of the pelvis, the lower back. Breathe into the belly. Breathe out and feel the lower back, pelvis and belly relax. Now breathe into the legs and the feet. Feel the breath fill all the way down to the soles of the feet. Breathe out and relax. Where do you feel energy in your body at this moment? Acknowledge, observe where this energy is in your body. Feel your belly and imagine a bright yellow glow. As you breathe in, feel the glow expand and brighten. As you breathe out, feel the bright yellow glow diminish. Remember feeling the sun on your skin and noticing the energy expand when the sun heats you. Once more, breathe in and feel that yellow glow expanding from your belly. Now feel the center of your forehead and imagine an indigo glow. Picture yourself floating in the sky and remembering a time of calm, stillness and knowing. Breathe in and feel that indigo glow expand in your mind and forehead. Exhale and feel that glow decrease. Now feel your body on the chair. You've been practicing feeling the energy in your belly and your forehead. Allow the energy to flow through the body and fill your body with energy for the rest of the day. Start to bring your awareness back to your breath. Take an in-breath through the nose and then fill the lungs with air. Breathe in and then out, and then create another sigh. Take some deeper breaths and send that breath and energy into your arms and into your legs. Start to enliven your fingers and your toes with the air that you're breathing, maybe having a little bit of a wiggle of the fingers and of the toes. Maybe move your hands on the next in-breath and the feet, and then start to have a stretch. Or maybe a yawn, like me. Take a bigger deep breath in, have a big stretch and a yawn. And then shake the shoulders. So we'll take one breath in, hands by your side. We'll come to Namaste. So breathe in, big air, lift the hands up towards the ceiling, hands into prayer, exhale, hands to heart center. And I'll just want to say thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed the longer relaxation for a bit of calmness. So Namaste.